Alpine's Hemp Company. Gummies, seltzers, syrups, and more. Treat yourself to the best.
Good evening and welcome into the Thursday, September 25th edition of the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Topping our news today, the district attorney representing Catawba, Burke, and Caldwell counties stopped by the WHKY studios to break down a crime bill that was passed this week in the North Carolina General Assembly. The bill was drafted in honor of a young Ukrainian woman who was killed on a Charlotte train last month. Joining us here on WHKY News, as he does each month, is District Attorney Scott Riley from the 36th Prosecutorial District. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
I know you're staying busy. It's a very busy time of year, and there was some legislation that we have reported on some here on WHKY that was passed this week by actually both bodies of the General Assembly, correct?
That's correct. The Senate is House Bill 307. It's referred to as Irina's Law. It's kind of a response to the fatal stabbing of the poor refugee who was fatally stabbed by somebody on the light rail in Charlotte a couple of weeks ago. It really brought to the forefront the need for criminal justice reform, especially in the area of pretrial release, especially with this this defendant who stabbed her, obviously in need of mental health treatment. Also, it was just appalling that he had been arrested some 14 times prior to this, was on pretrial release, and all he had to do to get out of jail on this last offense was to sign a written promise. So this is a direct response to that. It was passed by the Senate on Monday, passed by the House yesterday on Tuesday, and is now on Governor Stein's desk. The main thing that it would do would eliminate cashless bail, so you could no longer, for a violent criminal, just sign your way out of jail. You would have to post some type of secured bond with possibly electronic house arrest and GPS monitoring. The good news is it's not going to change much for Catawba County. We're already doing that in Catawba County. In fact, for violent offenders, we have a policy that defendants are not entitled to bond for violent offenses, especially if they have more than one or a violent history.
Any idea when the governor will act on this?
I'm hoping it's this week. Okay. Governor Stein has been, while he was Attorney General, he was actually in Catawba County, and I know that he is in support of some of the provisions that are in this bill. Whether it goes too far, I don't know, but I am very optimistic that he will sign it in the next couple of weeks.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and shedding some light on this, a really tragic event that obviously it made national and international news as well. But we appreciate you coming in and doing your monthly report, and we'll see you again next month.
Look forward to it. Thank you very much.
Scott Riley, the District Attorney, 36th Prosecutorial District, that's Catawba, Burke, and Caldwell counties. He joins us each month here on WHKY News. Thanks as always to Scott Riley for joining us. You can see the full interview with Mr. Riley on our YouTube channel. Up next, news from Mr. Riley's office. A Hickory man will spend 7 to 10 years in prison for property crimes and his admission of habitual felon status. 66-year-old Harold Dean Knupp was given the active prison term during Catawba County Superior Court Wednesday. Knupp entered a guilty plea to the charges of felony larceny, attempted felony larceny, and habitual larceny, along with admission of habitual felon status during the August 4th session of court in Catawba County. 3 weeks after entering the guilty plea on that date, he also had another habitual larceny charge that he pleaded to Wednesday to receive final judgment on all matters. The length of his sentence was enhanced by prior felony convictions in 1995, 2007, 2019, and 2024 in Burke and Catawba counties. In October of 2023, a report of a stolen lawnmower was investigated. Knupp was seen on video surveillance being dropped off at a business and taking a mower off a trailer. He was identified as the driver. In June of last year, the defendant was stopped by officers as he rode a lawnmower along US 70 in Hickory. Further investigation showed he had stolen the mower and later tried to sell it through his jail account while in custody. In December of 2024, Knupp took food items and a generator through the self-checkout at a business. He paid for the food but not the generator and was stopped by loss prevention officers. The acts were captured on video. In August of 2025, the defendant stole a leaf blower from a work truck. The incident was captured on video with Canup clearly visible. He was also wearing an ankle monitor while serving probation at the time of the theft. Ariana Mack has details on a large grant being presented to a Caldwell County town.
Thanks, Rob. The Caldwell County town of Hudson has been awarded a $1 million grant from the NC State Capital Infrastructure Fund, or SCIF. This funding will go toward major improvements to Central Street. The improvements include upgraded stormwater infrastructure, expanded sidewalks, new angled parking spaces, a covered pavilion, and converting part of Central Street from Hudson-Casia Mountain Road to Fairway Avenue into a one-way street to improve traffic flow and safety. This project has been in the works since Caldwell County's Town of Hudson's 2022 comprehensive plan was adopted, and the town expressed gratitude to the local leaders and legislative partners who helped secure this funding, especially Speaker Destin Hall and Senator Mark Holo. Big thanks to Mayor Pro Tem Rick Shue, Commissioner Jim Engelman, and Commissioner Jeff Link for traveling to Raleigh to advocate for the town of Hudson and this project. Design work is underway and construction is expected to begin in 2026. Reporting for WHKY, I'm Ariana Mack.
In today's crime report, Ariana Mack has details on multiple arrests across the area, and a Conover man has been charged with sexual exploitation. In local sports, Jason Savage has details on Lenore Rhine women's soccer earning a weekly honor. In Community Focus, we'll have news on an upcoming job fair, plus details on upcoming events in Morganton this weekend. We are on over-the-air TV every weekday at 5:30 and 10 p.m. on channel 14.2, and now live at 5:30 on the WHKY YouTube channel and at 10 o'clock on the WHKY Facebook page. We're also in multiple cable systems, including Compass in Morganton. I'm Rob Eastwood, and this is the WHKY News.